Hello, I'm Paul Starr, the creator of Zodiac War. 4 years ago, I had the idea to combine my interest in astrology with my love of board gaming. The concept of designing a rotating board based on the Zodiac wheel seemed logical, and after many iterations, my board game is complete. Astrology is the fascinating study of the influence that distant cosmic objects, usually stars and planets, have on human lives. The position of the sun, stars, moon, and planets at the time of a person's birth is said to shape their personality and affect their romantic relationships and predict their economic fortunes. Most people know their signs, which refer to one of the 12 constellations of the zodiac, but each sign has an associated planet and element. Zodiac War draws on these fundamental astrological concepts to provide a fun game loyal to the principles of astrology. Less well known is that astrology and tarot cards are very much aligned. The 78 cards in a tarot deck, known as arcana, comprise major arcana and minor arcana. The 22 major arcana are linked to a zodiac sign or planet. The 56 minor arcana are divided into 4 suits of wands, coins, cups, and swords, which link directly to the elements of fire, earth, water, and air, respectively. I designed Zodiac War based on these cool concepts while offering educational snippets to enhance the experience. Given the basis of my game, I hope you enjoy this Learn to Play video. Thank you. Let's learn how to play Zodiac War. Zodiac War is an absorbing and fun astrology-themed board game for 2 to 6 players aged 8 or above, taking about an hour to play. Let's take a look at the components in the game. There are 12 player mats representing each of the 12 zodiac signs. These include important reference information for playing the game, which will be described later. The 78 card tarot deck comprises 22 major arcana that are purple and 56 minor arcana that are red. There is also a deck of 24 zodiac cards that represent the movement of the planets, and these are played at the beginning of every turn. The board allows the planets and elements to be rotated in order to match star signs. The player markers can be placed on the board to track your planet in relation to your star sign. Faith is the game's currency and is accumulated by playing cards and moving the board. With Faith, you can buy star crystals to win Zodiac War. So let's look closer at the player mats. There are 12 zodiac signs to choose from, and each player mat includes sign-specific information for playing the game. It is important to know your planet and element when moving the board, and your unique special power could give you an advantage. The Phases of Play section provides easy reference to help guide you through your turn. These are the symbols for your sign and planet that you may need to know from time to time. And the motivation, the constellation, and the personality of the element are provided as fun background. The bottom left shows the meanings of icons appearing on cards, which I'll now explain. Zodiac cards and tarot cards both have these icons. The green or red T icon means you gain or lose a tarot card respectively. The green and red F icons tell you how many faith you gain or lose. The rotation icons indicate the number of spaces a single ring on the board can be rotated. Which brings us on to the tarot cards. The 78 cards in a tarot deck are called arcana, and 22 are major arcana. In Zodiac War, each of the major arcana has a unique special power. For example, the star allows you to purchase a star crystal for half price. When you play a major arcana, look for a symbol that matches either your sign or planet in order to gain a free tarot card. Here, Aquarius will gain a card. The remaining 56 cards are called minor arcana and are divided into 4 suits. Each suit has 14 cards, comprising King, Queen, Knight and Page, followed by 10 through Ace. On your turn, you place 3 tarot cards in front of you, and this is called your spread. Major arcana can be played in any position, but the position is important for minor arcana. Look for symbols matching your sign or element to earn new tarot cards. And this symbol is an interrupt and allows this card to be played to block another card. The position of the symbols in the red area relate directly to the position of the card played in your spread. It is worth emphasizing that major arcana can be game changers. Not only do they have unique powers, but they can be activated in any position in your spread. Furthermore, one major arcana can be placed next to your 3-card spread and be activated as a 4th card. Prudent use of tarot cards can rotate the board to achieve various alignments, which I'll explain using Leo as an example. Your sign aligned with F or your element is 2 faith. Your sign aligned with your planet is 4 faith. Your sign aligned with F and your planet is not a perfect alignment, but it is worth 6 faith. The perfect alignment of your sign with your planet and element earns 8 faith. But, most importantly, you can buy a star crystal for 10 faith instead. Acquiring 3 star crystals to illuminate your constellation wins the game. So now we'll set up the game. Place the Zodiac board in the center of the table within easy reach of each player. Then each player chooses or selects randomly a Zodiac sign. Shuffle the Zodiac deck and place it face down on the table. Shuffle and deal 5 tarot cards to each player and place the remaining cards face down near the board. Place the star crystals and faith tokens near the board. Players do not start with these at the beginning of the game. The player with a birthday closest to today goes first, so it's Leo's lucky day. The starting position of the board is set based on the sign of the player to the right of the starting player. To Leo's right is Libra, who aligns with Venus and Air. So move Venus and Air to align with Libra. Finally, mark your position on the board with the coloured rings. Leo will choose red and mark Leo and the Sun. A player's turn starts by revealing and actioning a Zodiac card from the top of the Zodiac deck. The player then plays, reveals and actions 3 tarot cards. A 4th card can be played if it is major arcana. The board is moved and rewards taken, including buying star crystals. New tarot cards are then purchased and placed in your hand if required. You end your turn by discarding any played cards and passing on to the next player to your left. Each player takes turns during the game, and each turn is divided into 5 phases. By way of an example, we'll play Leo's first turn. After setting up, this is what the board looks like. Remember, Leo is playing red. And Leo is looking for alignments with the sun and fire. Leo checks his special power and notices that if he can align the sun to his sign, he can gain 5 faith. In the first phase, you reveal a Zodiac card. Leo draws Pluto. First, Leo moves the element ring 1 space. He then moves Pluto 10 spaces clockwise to enter his sign. Moving more than 4 spaces rewards him with 2 faith. He checks his horoscope and finds Pluto offers wealth and he receives 3 more faith. He collects a tarot card. All players check the yellow area and are immediately affected by the rewards or penalties. Unfortunately, Leo loses a tarot card. The cards have brief astronomy or astrology facts about the planets, so be sure to read them. In the second phase, Leo must play 3 tarot cards. He discreetly looks at his hand and examines the board. He recognises that he has to move the sun 9 spaces and the fire element 4 spaces to get a perfect alignment, which seems difficult. But he does have an alignment to gain 2 faith. He decides for this phase he's going to focus on collecting faith. He recognises that the Empress will give him 9 faith because he has 3 opponents in the game. So he places his 3 card spread and his major arcana to the side, all face down. First he reveals the major arcana, which is the Empress, and he gains 9 faith. He then reveals his spread from left to right, and in this case he collects 5, 5 and 4 faith for a total of 14 faith. Also, the centre card matches Leo, so he collects a tarot card. It is worth mentioning that with Leo's cards, he could have rearranged his spread to move the board. Remember, each movement icon only moves 1 ring clockwise, but you do not have to use all the movement points. A more aggressive alternate would have been to target other players by making them dispose of faith, as shown here. Of course, players can choose any combination of those discussed as well. In the third phase, Leo checks the board for any alignments and collects the associated faith. He didn't focus on the board this turn, but does collect 2 faith as shown. If he had achieved the perfect alignment, he could have bought a star crystal, maybe next turn. In the fourth phase, you can buy new tarot cards, which cost 2 faith each. Leo only has 2 cards in his hand, so decides to buy 3 cards for a total of 6 faith. Leo ends his turn in phase 5 and discards any used cards that don't have ongoing effects and passes to the player on his left. Hello again. That was a very comprehensive walkthrough of the rules for Zodiac War, and I think you can launch right into playing the game. After a couple of turns, you'll find the sequence of play is intuitive and easy to pick up. To close, I'd like to thank Katerina Polyakova and Connor Smith for their awesome artwork in bringing my game to life. Thank you so much for listening, and please consider backing this game when it arrives on Kickstarter. Cheers!